And it was, it's 500 feet higher than the Empire State Building. That's pretty big.
The earthquake felt by Howard triggered a massive rock slide, sending 30 million cubic meters of mountain hurtling into Lituya Bay. The debris slammed into the water, creating the giant wave.
It just swooped down a very steep slope and ran out into the fjord and basically forced all the water out of that little arm in front of the glacier and shot it up over the ridge that was on the other side.
One mystery remained. The amount of water displaced exceeded the amount of land that fell into the bay. It took 42 years to solve this mystery. Scientific models determined that the rapidly moving landslide created an air pocket behind the wave, preventing the water from sloshing back. The force of the air pocket combined with the size and weight of the landslide shot the water out of the bay like a missile.
It would be the same as if you took a paddle and ran it down, pushed into the water full speed at a high velocity, just push all the water right out.
The effects of the giant Lituya Bay wave remain clearly visible today. The event rewrote the history books and changed our understanding of tsunamis forever. Landslides can and do produce waves far larger and more destructive than ever thought possible. Lituya Bay's desolate location limited the damage caused by the giant tsunami. But should an even bigger landslide-generated wave strike a major city, the result will be an ultimate disaster. In 1958, a landslide-generated tsunami, taller than the Empire State Building, obliterated an Alaskan inlet. It was a devastating display of nature's power. But across the Pacific Ocean, on the gentle slopes of Oahu, Hawaii, scientists have uncovered evidence of a potential disaster that would dwarf the Indian Ocean and Lituya Bay tsunamis combined.
It's almost incomprehensible, the scale, the enormity of these things. It would be quite a view.
Gerard Fryer is a geophysicist from the University of Hawaii. He uses advanced computer modeling and field data to forecast tsunamis. His research has uncovered a potential wave so big that even the best laid evacuation plans may not be enough.
These things have been described as culture-ending events. The state would essentially be knocked back to the Stone Age.
The ultimate disaster is triggered by the eruption of the world's largest volcano, Mauna Loa, on the Big Island of Hawaii.
In the case of Mauna Loa, and that's the 800-pound gorilla here, that's the big volcano that we have to worry about. As Mauna Loa is preparing for eruption, the southwest rift zone of Mauna Loa inflates with magma. The entire mountain swells, which means that the outer slopes get steeper. There are probably a succession of small earthquakes, and then maybe a big earthquake that shakes loose this very steep western flank of the volcano.
Almost 1,500 cubic kilometers of earth and rock plummet into the sea. On impact, the land displaces a massive amount of water. The ocean rushes back to fill the giant gap. From this cataclysmic disturbance emerges the tsunami, heading directly for Honolulu. Estimated time to impact, 30 minutes.
This is the direction that a big tsunami would come from the big island.
The wave first becomes visible as it stands and breaks on a shallow bank, 40 kilometers southeast of Honolulu.
You'd see the sea rear up in front of you. It would be huge. It would rise up above you the size of a building, the size of a 10-story building.
Surging inland at up to 70 kilometers per hour, the tsunami slams Honolulu. Because the tsunami's energy stretches down to the ocean floor, this wave is not clean water. It's filled with sand, coral, and rock. Water penetrates 16 kilometers inland before being sucked back out to sea in a lethal maelstrom of wreckage. It annihilates nearly everyone and everything in its path.
These giant landslides, as far as we can tell, they seem to occur during periods of high sea level when the climate is warm. Quite why that is, we don't know. But we are in a warm period right now with high sea level. So we should expect something like this within the next 10 or 20,000 years.
As the unofficial tsunami capital of the Pacific, Hawaii is preparing for the future. Scientists continue to develop a global network of warning systems based on real-time seismic analysis and deep-sea wave sensors. Alarms will sound as soon as 90 seconds after the initiation of even a small tsunami. While scientists learn more about tsunamis, engineers build stronger coastal barriers, and experts implement improved warning systems, individual vigilance remains essential.
And you see the water withdrawing, strangely, curiosity shouldn't compel you to go down and see what's going to happen next. The alarm bell should be going off.
It's something that we need to have embedded in our culture, in our knowledge base, and in our education so that we know what to do when the next tsunami happens. Not if, it's when. It's something we need to learn to live with.
As long as we continue to have the phenomena that create these giant waves, we will continue to have tsunamis. It's just a matter of time before the next one strikes.